Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. Hey, today we are talking about creation, and we've talked about, we're on day 4, and we're talking about God creating the sun, the moon, and the stars today. Day 1, we talked about how God created the light. Day 2, He created the sky. And day 3, He created the land and the plants. Remember, if you missed it, go back to day 1, where we talked about God created the light, because you're going, God created the light. Well, and then on day 4 He created the sun and the moon and the stars. How did that happen? Well, I explained it back in episode 4. All right. So anyway, let's read today, and I'm wearing this hat here today to illustrate a point with why God made the sun and the moon and the stars. And just another reason you would have to believe in creation rather than evolution, okay, or any other thing, the Big Bang or anything else. It had to be creation that happened here. So we're on episode 7, day 4. And so this is taking place in Genesis 1, verses 14 through 19. All right. It says this, and God said, "Let there be lights in the vaults of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark the sacred times and the days and the years. And let them be lights in the vaults of the sky to give the light on the earth." And it was so. Okay, so there's two purposes for the lights. Okay, one is to keep time, all right, and for your calendar and so forth. And the other one is just to produce light. Okay, so two purposes why we have the sun, moon, and stars. And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to govern the day and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vaults of the sky to give them light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good, and there was evening and there was morning, the fourth day. Okay, so it just says there too, he made the sun and the moon, and by the way, He made the stars. Okay, and you're thinking to yourself, why the stars? Why did He make the stars? The stars are so far away from us. They have nothing to do with us. And they don't really produce a lot of light, so I'm walking, late at night, and I'm not relying on the stars to provide light so I can see. But remember, there's two purposes as to why God created the sun, the moon, and the stars. One is for for light, and then the other one is for time. And so we could tell, because we have the sun, the moon, and the stars, we have a calendar, and we can tell what time it is and so forth, and we can do that. Also, the stars help us in navigation. So it wasn't until years later that people were out, going across the ocean, and they were using the stars to navigate, to see, so they could get to where they were going. Okay, so that's also why that is. But so God created those things to produce light, and we know the sun is, super hot, and then the moon actually reflects the light off the sun. It's not producing its own light. Okay, and then you have the stars, which are suns, really, that are producing light, but they're really far away. But what I wanted to talk about today with this is, God created this. But He put them in the exact spot. Okay, so if you had the sun, and it was like just a little bit closer, just say it was like a mile closer to us, okay, or 2 miles closer. Well, we'll use that for an example. Well, we would be, burning hot. I'd be getting sunburned just when I walk out the door. Okay, it would be that hot. And then if it was like a few miles away, further away, then it would be freezing cold. And I have to wear this all the time, So even on, a hot summer day, I would be wearing this because it's so freezing cold. And I'd probably, freeze to death. So God lined up that sun at just the right distance so that we wouldn't burn up and we wouldn't freeze up. Okay? Then also He lined up the moon in the particular way with its rotation around us, so that the moon, with its gravity and so forth, the moon is actually controlling our tides. Okay, And so that controls it. But if it was too close, the gravity of the planets would, the moon and the Earth would suck in, and they'd crash into each other. Okay, but God has it out just far enough so that doesn't happen. So for us to believe that evolution just happened and the planet just happened to be coming and just the right angle and stuff, and now we all survive, that's kind of crazy. Or it was just the Big Bang theory, and all this stuff just happened, and the Earth happened to be at just the right distance away from the sun and so forth. Again, that's crazy also. Okay, so the best theory, which is truth, that you can come up with is creation, that God created it, and he did it in a perfect way. If I was to create it, I would be messing up. I'd be like, oops, got the Earth too close to the sun. Now everyone's French fries because they're too close. But God created it, and he created it all perfect. Okay, and it says, and God saw, and let me conclude with the last verse there, and God saw that it was good. Okay, he's like, I got the sun too close. That's too bad. No, he was like, it was all good. And there was evening and there was morning the fourth day. Okay, 1 24-hour day. All right, thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our discussion about creation. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.